Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. With my wife and kids, we run an antique shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, filled with some of the most unique items we can find. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
From home, honey.
The electricians have started to install some of the schoolhouse lights. Now, the only bulbs I had here were my old ones. It's gonna drive me nuts. The temperature is different of the bulbs, so we have one that's whiter than the other two. I'm gonna have to change all that up, but at least the fixtures are getting in. You can kind of see I went with this old schoolhouse look, which will all make sense once the rest of the building is put together. Hard to imagine the finished product now, but just trust me, once the flooring is in and the shelves are in, the counters are in, it's gonna have a really nice sort of feel in here. Tin Basher's been working, building ductwork and installing it in the furnace room. Furnace is in. You hear them working away. They're gonna be here for a little while longer. Things have been progressing in the new space. The guys been working in here, getting the tile down, and I have to admit, it's starting to look pretty good. They have a lot of their painting supplies in here because they were just doing the baseboards and touching up the paint the other day. But let me give you a tour of how it looks so far. The wild kind of Moroccan tile that I picked is down on the floor. We have working lights. There's still a few more to put up, but we have lights. I have my little washing sink out here that's all hooked up and working. The counter is gonna go right along here. Back door is almost finished. Still have to get the weather stripping on there, but it's coming along. Mechanical room, we've got brand new hot water tank. It's a pretty big hot water tank. Be more than sufficient for this little building, but it's in and it's there. And we've got a brand new furnace, air conditioner on the roof. That's the one nice thing, this space does have air conditioning. And the other nice big bonus, look, I have a toilet, I have a sink that I believe works. It's censored somehow. Where do I put my hand? Oh, there we go. I guess I just have to get it closer. Anyway, working sink, working toilet, and it is wheelchair accessible. We've got the bar on here and more than enough room for people to turn around. The fun part is going to begin very soon, and that's when I can start actually decorating in here. And the first thing that has to come in, well, I don't know if I'll do it today, but I do have to get the piano stool moved over here, but I might wait until these guys get their stuff out because it's going to block that entrance. Basically, as soon as they get all their gear out of here, I can, we have to get the switch covers on and touch-ups done, I can start moving all my stuff in, and that's where I'm going to be very excited. That's where all my work really starts to begin. And, oh yeah, had to park the station wagon out front too. It's like a little mascot out there doing its job. So things are coming together. Next up, these guys will clear out and I'll start to get my stuff moved in. The inside of the store, yes, is coming along and they're getting some of the final things caught up on today. But this next step, I'm actually a little bit worried about. I have to go get a big cooler because we're gonna carry some refrigerated goods. I just need one cooler, not a whole bunch. But it's massive and I'm getting it from Costco. They don't deliver. So I'm using my truck, my newfound truck, to go and pick it up. Getting it loaded won't be the problem. It's getting it offloaded that might be. So I'm hoping the guys will still be at the construction site when I get back there. Get all offloaded. Otherwise, it's going to be interesting for Melissa and the kids and I to do by ourselves. I guess we'll find out how this goes. But that's where my next stop is to the Costco Business Center to pick up my 2-door cooler. Well, this is what I've got loaded up. They used a forklift to put it in. I do not have a forklift at the other end. I'm gonna strap it down and hope that 4 or 5 of us at the other side can get this offloaded. Better get my straps, get it tied down. Well, here it is in the store, and I have to give big props to these guys over there who helped me come offload it off the truck. Thank you, gentlemen. No problem. Now the fun task of getting the wheels on, getting it in place. So here I am. I've got the cooler here. The shelves have been moved in, and it's just me. And I'm starting to realize that this rest of the process now is really gonna be on me and my family to try and make everything all come together here and make everything come to life. I've got my work cut out for me, but we're gonna take this space and make it look like a really cool little shop, hopefully before too long. I've got painting to do on the shelves. We don't want them blue anymore. I've got to get them in the right space. We've got to get everything set up. The next few days, it's going to be a lot of work. Bill has dropped by, and we are getting some of the old cabinetry moved into its proper spot. He's just giving a bit of a sweep. Thanks for coming by, Bill.
Hey, my pleasure.
I moved the piano bench over here so you can sit at the window and gaze out upon the park, which is across the street, while having a little drink. Or better yet, gaze out at the rusty old car sitting on the patio. I think we're just about ready to move the top on here. What we have to do is get the top of this unit on there and squish them together. Okay, these sections are now butted together. They're actually meant to go together. That's why I picked them out when I was there at the abandoned building, because I could see it was a matching set. There's a nice centerpiece that joins them, and they butt up nice right there. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of oiling to this wood to bring it back, but we'll worry about that after it's all painted. But 2 sections in place. We're gonna put the third one down at the end so I can create kind of a little sitting area there or display area there. And I think we're just about ready. Just about ready to load this last one, Bill?
We are.
Okay. You know, I just realized something here, Bill.
What's that?
Well, the back on the other ones is totally solid, and this one it's painted, and there's 2 little scratched out holes.
For lights or something?
No, they're peeky holes. Those are spy holes. Somebody, when this was up against, you know, they created a wall with it, they had like a secret spying area here. That's a little bit unnerving. Like, what were they looking at? I know these came out of a jewelry store, so it's not like it was at a change room or something creepy, but still, I guess you don't trust your customers. You're gonna, instead of giving them customer service, you're gonna stand in the back and watch them. Might have been to watch the employees too. But somebody custom fit a piece of glass with a couple of scraped out peeky holes there so they could see what was happening. That's pretty sneaky, because once you get the shelves on, you would never even really notice that. Once there's shelves there, you would never know to look for 2 little holes there. No. Could you imagine if you were buying something like crystal for your grandma and you saw 2 eyes staring back at you?
That's exactly the perfect width for 2 eyes.
It is. I put my face up to it. It was exactly right. Yeah. Weird, weird, weird. There we go. Now to give them a thorough clean, take this old wiring out of here. That'll be a job for tomorrow. I have to bring my drill with me so I can remove all the screws from there. But I can sweep it out and get it prepped a little bit better before we do that. But what do you think, Bill?
Looking good. Looking really good.
It's certainly, you know, from this angle, if that paper wasn't there, it's definitely starting to look sort of French cafe almost. I'm liking it. It's looking pretty good. This morning I've come back and I've started taking out the old light fixtures from these cabinets. These clunky old things have been up in there for who knows how long, at least 3 or 4 paint jobs ago. Looks like it was mint green and then red and then blue. So that green down there is probably one of the older paint jobs, and then prior to that I imagine wood. Prior to the wood, it was a creepy peeky hole. But we as in me, myself and I, got the lights off this morning. Now I'm going to, I guess, chuck these in garbage or see if they can be recycled somewhere, and then start prepping the back here for fresh paint, because I don't want to have random bits of blue on the wall. I want it to be a little more clean, so I'll probably just do the same white that the wall is all the way around. The next step for me, I'm starting to wash down these cabinets and prep them for fresh paint. The other thing I noticed when I came in this morning is that the electricians were here and got my super deluxe reclaimed light shades in. The reason I wanted these, you see the cool pattern there? It kind of plays off of what we've got going on with the floor. But aside from that, these were salvaged from an old movie theater, like a 1930s movie theater. And I think they're gonna look fantastic. Once I put my counter underneath, it'll really set off this whole space. Right now, there's no counter. I'm gonna have to go to the garage and get that later on, but that's a later on activity. You gotta focus on the paint. Because this blue color is gonna be very difficult to cover, it's gonna take a couple coats. I'm starting to trim, do the edging around the inside here, and then I'll do the bottom. And I've decided, we had 3 cans of leftover gray, the same stuff we've used for the outside. So waste not, want not. I'm gonna do the inside gray. I think it'll still look good and it's still complementary colors to what we have going on. You can see over here, I'm just letting this set up. After all this is done, then I can get the roller in there and really go to town on getting some color on there. But for now, just getting the bits of trim put on, and I'll work my way through the bottom part here too. Should make a big difference. And then the drawers, well, I don't know, you'll see. You'll see, trust me folks, it'll look good. It's just gonna take a little bit of time and a little bit of paint. I was really worried about having to lift a big cabinet, the display case, in by myself. But luckily, I got the whole gang with me. We got it loaded up on a dolly and we're gonna wheel it down the alley on a little field trip and get it back inside the store. You ready for this? Yeah. Here we go. Well, what do you think?
I think it looks great.
So this is the change that's happened so far. We got the shelf in place underneath the lights. Those cool lights. You can't actually really see the cool graphic on them. I'll go up close again and show you in a sec. We put a little, that's eventually gonna be where we may have like a little coffee stand or something right there. Not a barista station, but like if we have a professional Keurig or something, we'll put it there with the accoutrements. On the other side, well, I've got so far is to get a couple decorations up behind me, but still have to get all the shelves. We got the hat rack built over there, you know, for hats. But this is where I'm gonna be probably the next week or so, hey Melissa?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks very much for watching today, and thank you and the kids for all the help too.
Of course.
Couldn't have done it without them.
It was fun.
I'm glad they think this was fun. Have a wonderful night, guys. We'll see y'all soon, and bye for now.
Bye, everyone.